Who needs an academic coach? So I've got a list here, quite a long list it looks, of what are considered the more typical referrals that we get for our services. As we go through this list, you might start to recognize the students we're discussing here, as I'm sure that we're all familiar with some of these characteristics. So when trying to decide, if my son or daughter needs some help, what is it they need help with? Where is the breakdown taking place? So does your child leave homework until the last minute? Are they physically disorganized? Are their backpacks in disarray, their binders, loose paper everywhere? They got a messy room. Are they physically disorganized? Do they struggle to get large assignments finished on time? Is it they're not starting soon enough, or they don't know how to start, or for whatever reason, they're always doing things in the last minute to get things done, or are consistently late? Does your child, son or daughter, often feel overwhelmed by school? Do they struggle to understand text and articles, reading from a textbook? Are they able to get the information out of it that they need? Do they struggle to get their thoughts on paper? This is probably one of the most common referral concerns we get is the student understands a lot. They're able to articulate their mind when they speak, but what comes out on paper is not a reflection of what they're thinking. And unfortunately, school, even with all the technology, students are evaluated primarily on what they're able to put on paper. And those who struggle to get their thoughts onto paper are at a big disadvantage. Does your son or daughter, they get anxious before tests and exams? That's often a sign of the lack of preparation and perhaps in need of some support. And then when they do write these tests and exams, are they surprised by the results? Do they come out thinking, oh, I did great, and actually they end up doing poorly? Or when they come out and say, no, I don't think I did very well, but end up doing quite well? Either way, that disconnect between what they thought they would do and what they actually did is pretty much a good sign that there's something amiss and that there's probably a lack of skills in there that need to be addressed. And overall, and you certainly see this all the time, is that if your child, or you see it, or your son or daughter's been told that they should be doing far better than what their marks are reflective of. If there is a gap between what your son or daughter is capable of and what they're actually generating, that's often a sign of a student who would benefit from academic coaching. You'll notice in this list here, I haven't written down, not very good at math or struggles with science, because those really, when you get to middle school and high school, aren't really where the breakdowns for most students take place. This list here would be reflective of when students struggle, usually what the issues are.